Senior Clay Britt, who very shortly in the 100-yard backstroke will be attempting to become only the 5th man in NCAA history to win an event 4 times. But he's not the favorite in the race. Surprisingly, that honor goes to a teammate of his, Rick Carey, Texas sophomore, 19 years old, from Mount Kisco, New York, who has been a big factor in the American swimming scene for the past 4 years. He's an interesting young man, and our cameras recently visited him in Austin. If you live in Mount Kisco, less than an hour's drive from New York City, you don't become one of the best swimmers in the world without being at least a bit of an individualist. And Rick Carey is more than a bit that way. But the Texas Longhorn swim team is a close-knit group, and Carey is well aware that every time he breaks one of his own American records, as he did in winning the 100-yard backstroke race at the Southwest Conference Championship meet earlier this month, he owes an assist to another great backstroker who practices with him every day, Clay Britt.
I saw Clay swim when I was 13. I don't think he remembers me around. And I've always thought he was just somebody that was great. And I still think he's a great swimmer. And part of the reason why I came here was to be with him and swim against him, because I knew that he would help me swim faster. And I thought that I could help him somehow too, and it has. We've helped each other in everything. At NCCA last year, I think we were the closest two on the team, and it helped us both swim. And he just keeps me on my toes, and I think I keep him on my toes. We can never get complacent. Mentally, I like to picture a race sometimes before I go to sleep, or while I'm warming up, or while I'm just swimming nice, easy laps, thinking I want to feel this way at this lap and feel better here and start accelerating. I've been thinking about NCAAs for the last week now, and I got most of my races pretty much planned, the way I want to feel, how I'm going to do each lap, and pretty soon I'm just going to start having fun.
Carey was swimming against the best in the world for 2 years before going to Texas. Ironically, he took up the sport without expecting to succeed.
I started swimming when I was 10 because my parents thought it would be a real good idea for me to learn how to lose. I was a person who hated to lose rather passionately, and they made me swim with my brothers and sisters, and they said, "You're gonna learn how to lose." So we know you don't like to swim, so the last lap was on them because I never lost.
Now you'll see Carey in the final of the 100-yard backstroke. He used to hold the American record in the event until Dave Bottom of Stanford broke it on the leadoff leg of the medley relay earlier in this meet. There's Bottom, who has qualified second in this race. He will be swimming in lane 5, and he will be swimming right between the two former American record holders in the race. Rick Carey, the leading qualifier from Texas, swimming in lane 4, and in lane 6, Clay Britt, who's trying to join Mark Spitz as one of the few ever to win an event 4 times.
4 lengths of the full backstroke.
Bent Barone, the Olympic gold medalist of California, failed to qualify for this final.
Take your mark.
Quickly from bottom to top on your screen, lane 2, Dave Wilson of California. Lane 3, Mark Rodenbaugh, a Southern Methodist freshman. Lane 4, Carey. Lane 5, Bottom. Lane 6, Clay Britt. Lane 7, Eric Erickson of North Carolina.
Jim, you'll notice just before the start that in NCAA competition, you're allowed to start from either in the water or from a standing position. There is no disadvantage to starting either way because all men take the same starting position by pulling themselves up just before the gun goes off. And right now, moved out to a lead, looks like Rick Carey of Texas, because he's stroking very nicely. He's keeping his head right on his chest, so he's not bobbing up and down too hard.
Carey split at 50 yards, was ahead of Bottom's American record pace. It is now Carey leading. Bottom is dropping back a little bit. So is Clay Britt in lane 6. Carey's getting his competition from Mark Rodenbaugh in lane 3, who'll deliver a blow for Southern Methodist. But Rick Carey, in a new American record time of 48:25, has taken back his American record with some emotion. In the 100-yard backstroke, second place in the race went to Rodenbaugh of SMU, and third place to Clay Britt of Texas, who failed to join Mark Spitz as one of the few ever to win an event 4 years in a row. So the race produced 2 significant developments: an American record for Carey, the winner, and Texas, with finishers in first and third places, moved back into the lead in the team race, ahead of SMU, though the Mustangs stayed closer than might be expected because of the surprising second-place finish by Rodenbaugh. Third place in the team race, now the Florida Gators.